The SP-1200 drum machine. You can hear this legendary sound from classic songs from artists such as Jay-Z, Tupac, Biggie, LL Cool J, and much more. But what if I told you can get this classic sound right in your DAW today? Well, the plugin company Beat Skills may have what we're looking for, but do they really? Stick around to the end of the video to find out. The results may surprise you. You ready? Let's get into it. Alright, as we can see here, this is another very easy to use plugin, which we of course love here. So let's go ahead and start with the preamp / drive knob. This controls how aggressive the audio is driven into the plugin. And this actually works in conjunction with the good and overload buttons right up here. And each of these buttons really have their own distinct sound. I would say good sounds a bit more subtle, and overload sounds more aggressive and in your face. Down here to the right of the pre or drive knob, we have AG, which stands for auto gain, which is one of my favorite features. That way we can drive the audio into the plugin, mess with the settings without things getting louder, which will possibly trick our ears into thinking things are improving. We want things to get better, not just louder. And to the left here, we have the destruct slider. This slider kind of gives your audio a bit crusher kind of sound. So if you're looking to add that, you can go ahead and slide this, and that's how you can get that engaged. And up here we have our filters: high pass filter, low pass filter here. And at the very top here we have I for input. That's how much of the audio we're pushing into the plugin. Next to that we have output, which is of course the output of the audio that's coming out of the plugin. And right here we have M, which is mix, which is essentially the wet dry knob. So if you kind of want to parallel the sound with the original sound, you don't have to have everything all encompassing at once. Go ahead and use this wet dry knob to preserve your original audio. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this plugin on this hi-hat pattern that I have. I'm going to play it without the plugin, and then after that I'm going to go ahead and apply the S12X on here. Now I'm going to go ahead and play the rest of this basic drum beat that I have here, so that way you can get a feel for how different texture can make whenever you're working with a drum pattern that you're making. As we can hear, we don't always have to apply a plugin to the entire drum pattern or drum bus. Sometimes just applying it to one specific sound in the drum pattern can totally reshape the vibe. I just went ahead and applied it to the hi-hat, and as soon as I put it on, it gave it an entirely different feel. So whenever you're messing with these plugins, always keep that in mind. Now let's go ahead and listen to the S12X on a live bass guitar that I have. Okay, so that's how the S12X sounds on a live bass guitar. I'm really loving that buzzy kind of mid-rangey tone that this plugin was able to pull out. I did enjoy the way the bass guitar sounded before, but with this plugin I got that grittier, kind of grimier sound to it. So let's say you're making a beat that has kind of a dirtier type of tone, kind of a grittier type of vibe, I would definitely reach for the S12X, apply it to my bass, and see what kind of glue and harmony this can create with the rest of the sound. Especially let's say you're doing like a sampled beat, I could really see this kind of applying more texture to the entire beat. So what are my overall thoughts of this plugin? I enjoyed the way it sounds. Just one point of improvement, I definitely would enjoy like a pop-up type of tips that occurs whenever we just hover our mouse over different features here, so that way we know exactly what's happening. We don't have to look at the manual to kind of remember what's what, like this good and overload, destruct. If we're working on music, we kind of want to just vibe and be in the zone. We don't really want to have to sit there and think and remember what goes to what, if that makes sense. So that's one real point of improvement. I do love the fact that it has auto gain. It's right there. So that's really the only point of contention I have with this plugin, is that it doesn't have those pop-up tips. But overall, I really do enjoy the way this plugin sounds. It has nice, cool, kind of older, vintage type of sound. I do like the fact that Beat Skills has been able to get in the realm of capturing that analog sound, especially the SP-1200. That has a classic sound that a lot of producers enjoy from back in the day. Once again, this plugin gets 2 thumbs up for me. Great sound, easy to use. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was not a sponsored video, just a fellow producer giving some good game, sharing my thoughts. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Make sure you comment FL Gang if you make beats in FL Studio like I do. I just want to know that you're enjoying these videos, you're getting value from them, and that I should continue to make more. I'm Desmond A. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll be back with more great videos. Peace.
Desmond A.